on page 28, lesson 6, solving equations one chunk at a time. Now, if you read the little square kind of in the middle, rectangle, I guess, technically, it says looking for the bigger picture can help you solve an equation, especially if the equation looks complicated. Once you find the last instruction, cover the rest of the expression to find the value of what's hidden. Okay, so they kind of have a little hand placement here. And wherever the 3p is, so it kind of gives you a hint of what we're going to be looking for. It says, let's cross out the 3p. Okay, you can see what it'll look like exactly there. But if I cross out the 3p, what do I have left? What does it say on there?
20
minus?
negative 2.
It says 20 minus 2. So what is 20 minus 2? 18. So that's a number would go here. So if 3 p's equal 18, 1 p would equal
18 divided by 3.
which is
6.
6. Okay, same thing for the next one. Here's where my variable is. So I'm going to cross that out. What do I got left? 20 minus 2 again. 18. And then you're thinking, all right, what plus 10 is 18?
8.
8 is correct. So these are all going to be similar. This one again, crossing that out. 20 minus 2 is 18. So what is x? What divided by 2
10. 9.
is 18?
9. 10.
So if we have $9 and we split it, we're each going to get 18?
No. Oh, they
Take the multiply.
How much money would we have if we split it and get $18?
$36.
36, very good. And the last one, again, I'm going to cross out the part with the variable. I got 20 minus 2 again, so this part equals 18. 30 minus what is 18?
12.
12.
Oh, 12.
Okay, use the same method to solve. Find a new equation for each step. So this one I'm going to cross out the b plus 1, and I have 30 divided by 3.
Makes sense.
And then I got to figure out what b is.
9.
Next one, I'm going to cross out the 5y, and I got 30 divided by 3.
10. 5.
Nope,
2.
2. 5 times 2 is 10. Question number 7. 5 and 6 have the same structure. Write 2 more problems that have the same structure. We can skip that. We've already done 2 examples of that. Next page. Imani thought of a number. Added 4 to it, then divided the whole thing by 2 and got 14 as a final result. Write an expression. And add 4. Divide the whole thing by 2. How do I show divide the whole thing by 2?
A line under the 2.
Now it does say an expression, guys. An expression has no equal sign. So I'm not going to put equals on anything there. If it said equation, then I put the equal sign. Equations have equal sign, expressions do not. Jay created an equation for this problem and included the final result. Find out the missing number.
N is 3.
All right, let's check it now. So I'm going to cover this.
I got 6. Wait, no. I got
What divided by 2 is 14.
7. Oh,
What
14.
divided by 2
7.
is 14?
7.
14 divided by 2 is 7. But
Maybe
what
7.
what divided by 2 is 14? Kiera, we're going to split money so we each get 14 bucks.
Okay.
How much should we start with?
7. No, like 28.
28.
We add them together.
It's dividing.
Hey.
28 divided by 2 is 14.
Yeah.
I went to watch myself.
Okay?
Me too.
So what is n?
24.
24 plus 4 is 28. Raj thought of a number. Landon, what are we going to use for that?
N.
N. Thanks, Landon. Multiplied it by 3.
Underline 3.
That's divided by 3.
Times 3.
Yeah, just put a 3 in front. Added 10.
Add plus 10.
Doubled the whole thing.
Parentheses times 2.
And got 62.
Equals 62.
Very good. So it does say equation there, so I do need the equal sign. Use your equation to find Raj's starting number. All right, so I'm going to kind of show you the steps here that I would do to solve this. You know, you can cross out this. And say 2 times what is 62? What would have to be in the spot of my thumb there?
31.
31. So that means whatever's in parentheses there has to equal 31. Now I'm going to cross out the 3n and say what would have to be underneath my thumb to be equal?
18.
Nope. What plus 10 is 31? 21 plus 10 is 31. So that means n is
18. Oh, 11. 21. 7.
7. 3 times 7. Maddie, you keep adding and subtracting. Multiply or divide is what you need to do there. Number 10. Maria thought of a number. Landon, what do you want to use?
Can I use 5?
N. Thank you. At some point, you're going to answer that correct for me. Add 6.
Plus 6.
Divide by 2.
Parentheses. Or, that's
That'd be times 2. Subtract 4.
minus
Would these students come to the senior in my office, please?
N got 0.
Emily Olson Gronenberg, Jason Lassiter, and Mackenzie Quincy.
All right. So I'm going to cover this again. That's where my variable is. And what would my thumb have to be there to give me 0?
4.
4. 4 minus 4 is 0. That's going to be 4. Okay, and then I'm going to cover up the n plus 6 and say what divided by 2 is 4?
8.
And then from there you should be able to tell me what n is.
4. 2.
This one was adding and subtracting. 2 is correct. 2 plus 6 is 8. Says again in that rectangle, there are many good ways to think about solving equations. You can compare them to mobiles, Draw those pictures like we have been in past. Two sides must stay balanced. Or you can cover up the complicated chunk like we've done the last few problems. You can even switch back and forth using both strategies as long as you use logic to see if it makes sense. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. What could star, raindrop, bless you, and the red hexagon be if they are all different numbers?
They could all be 0.
No, that's all the same number. It says different. So let's just pick a number.
2.
Let's pick 2. We'll put that in for the blue drop. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 is
6.
6. So that's my star. Now let's look at the top one here. 2 times what gives me 6?
3.
And then let's check the middle and see if that works. 3 plus 3, does that equal what star is?
6.
Yes, it does. And again, lots of different options you could have there. 12 is the same. Let's look at 13. Done a lot of these already. I'm going to cover this up and say 16 minus what would give me 11?
5.
5. So that means whatever I got covered up has to equal 5. So P is, Landon?
5.
4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Question 14. Again, I'm going to cover up the variable part.
5.
A plus 3. So 25 divided by what is 5? 5 is correct. So that means A is
2.
2. 2 plus 3 is 5. Last one. Again, I'm going to cover this guy up. 8 minus what is 3?
5. No, wait.
Yep. So what's H?
2.
2. That's correct.
Landon's not being so confident today. Yeah.
So you can see how these are all the same.
Yeah.
Nothing too difficult. Let's do 2 of these and then have you try 2. Kira, pick one that you want to do. 16 through 19.
1 to 16.
16. All right, so I'm going to cover up the bottom. That's where my variable is. So I'm covering up 2n minus 10. 24 divided by what is 3?
11.
Nope.
What was the question?
24 divided by what is 3?
8.
8. Okay, now I got to actually do it again. I'm going to cover up the 2n. What minus 10 is 8?
2.
Nope.
3.
What minus 10 is 8?
4. 3.
Ew.
You spend $10 at the store, now you have $8. How much did you start with?
Ew. Nope.
18 is correct.
Okay.
18 minus 10 is 8.
I'm done with one.
So what's n?
Oh, we answered that.
Nope.
10.
Nope.
9.
2 times 9 is 18. All right, pick another one.
19.
19. Okay, so I'm going to cover up this guy. The 21 over a plus 3. 15 minus what is 12?
5. Wait, no, 3.
Now I'm going to cover up the a plus 3. 27 divided by what is 3?
9.
27 divided by what is 3.
8. 17. 18.
Stop subtracting.
What was the question?
Oh, 7.
Yes. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Okay, so what's A?
4.
4. Okay, you try 17 and 18.
Roger that.
See what you get.
Why do you need a phone today?
What was that for? You know, my desk has feelings.
Listen, I
I got 18, not 17.
One more time, or do you want to go through them?
I want to go through.
Okay. 17. So again, I'm going to cover up the part with the variable. That's 3 times y minus 1. So what would have to go in that spot to be equal? 2 plus what is 23? Now I'm going to cover up the y minus 1. 3 times what is 21? 3 times what is 21? 3 times what
7.
is 21? So what's y?
4.
4 minus 1 is not 7.
8.
8 minus 1 is 7.
I got 18.
Oh, we'll find out. So again, I'm going to cover up the top. I'm going to cover up 3h plus 5. And say, what divided by 5 is 7? What divided by 5 is 7? What divided by 5 is 7?
35.
Now I'm going to cover up 3h. What plus 5 is 35?
30.
And then I'm going to say, Kira, what's your answer? What times 3 is 30?
10.
Let's go.
You got it wrong.
All right, next page. Kind of some easy ones, I think.
Wait.
It's kind of a visual we've already done.
Oh.
This number line shows where minus 6 is. So something minus 6 is 7. What's the something? What minus 6 is 7? 13. So that is where the A would be. It's at 13. 21. To be or not to be is negative 6. So what is B? 2 times what is negative 6?
2 times 3.
Nope.
Wait, it has to be
Negative 3 is correct. So that's where your B would be. 2c plus 5 is 9. What does a 2c have to be? What plus 5 is 9?
4.
4. Just like Landon's golf swing. 23. 3 times d plus 2 is 9. What does d plus 2 have to be? 3 times what is 9?
5.
3 times what is 9?
Is your favorite number 5?
No, I keep on.
3 times 3 is 9.
Take my best guess.
24. This one's a little trickier. 7 times what is 7?
1.
1. So e plus 2 is 1. And it's asking me for what e is. So what plus 2 is 1?
-1.
Good. Next one. 4 times what is 8?
I can do this. 4, 2,
2. So something minus 5 is 2.
3.
3 is correct. Nope, sorry. 3 minus 5 is not 2.
3 minus 5. Negative 2.
And then negative 2 came out. 7.
7 minus 5 is 2.
And we're done. Homework.
No,
I want to do this one yet.
That's done. No.
Again, if you can do this one, this has probably got more steps than any of them we've done. So you always start with the part with the variables. So that's going to be 3 times 7 minus 5w over 4. That's your first step. So 10 minus what is 16?
6.
Close.
26.
No.
No, I said 6.
16.
I was close.
Nope.
8.
Nope.
7.
Getting worse. The answer is negative 6.
Oh!
10 minus a negative 6 is how you get 16.
I didn't even get a question.
All right, so now I'm going to cover up the top and say what divided by 4 is 6. Negative 6, excuse me. What divided by 4 is negative 6?
Negative 2.
No. Yeah.
No, so
What if I just said what divided by 4 is 6?
Negative 3.
5.
No. Guys, you got to think about
There's no
the question. Let's say it's us 4. We split money 4 different ways to get $6. I get 6, you get 6, you get 6, you get 6.
50 cents. It has to be a decimal.
How much did we each start with? If I get $6, you get $6, you get $6, you get 6.
24.
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
24 divided by 4 is 6.
it's negative 24.
So you
Yes.
have to divide. Yeah.
Well, you multiplied 6 times 4.
I thought we were
All right, I'm going to cover this one again. 3 times what is negative 24? 3 times what is negative 24?
Negative 8.
Yep. Cover up the next part. 7 minus what? 7 minus what is 8?
What is
Sorry, a negative 8. 7 minus what is negative 8?
Negative 6.
Negative 9.
7 minus a negative 6 would be 13.
Negative 9. Negative
7 minus a negative 9 would be 16.
Negative 1.
7 minus a negative 1 would be positive 8.
negative
Negative 7. No, that was
7. Negative 4.
Negative 8.
No, it has to be lower. Negative 14.
Close, 15.
I was wrong. It has to be higher.
7 minus 15 would give you negative 8. You spent more money than you had to get negative. 7 minus 15. Now the answer is 3. That is correct. Yeah, you gotta be careful on there. You gotta make sure your answer makes sense.
Say homework.
Gotta watch your negatives. It is 2 pages. They are pretty spread out. I am going to have you do all of them because we need the practice. So page 31 and 32.